today I'm going to be doing a bit of tips and tricks for your Schliech barn. So I really think that for this, I should really start with my sign. Okay, so let's pretend that never happened. So I'm going to be doing tips and tricks, as you know from the title. And so I've never done one of these before, but I've seen many, used many, watched many. So yeah, so the first tips and tricks I'm going to do is these tips and tricks for your barn, not like anything else. So I recommend having a spare tack box, or like a tack box for the barn. So you don't have to have fancy wooden ones with these. This one, all you have to do is, well, this one was a mango chutney pot I got from a takeaway, a dip pot. These work as long as it has a lid. And the other thing you're going to need is like spare tacks, so you can spare rugs. And then you put in, and then you just kind of shove it all in, make it look like it's normal. And anything in you want, except from horses and riders and animals, of course, living beings. But yeah, you just put it in the pot, shut the lid, and put it wherever you want in your barn. Okay, tip number 2 is to have a tack, or like a tack or a feed room. So this is a combined one. I made this out of a small Amazon box. As you can probably see around the back, you've got the Amazon logo, but I try not to show that too much. And so yeah, it's really simple to make a tack room, as long as you've got glue. I used a Pritt stick on this one, so I'm surprised it turned out as well as it did. And you're just going to need paper and print offs. Oh my gosh, my window's falling apart. Anyway, well, I'll fix that later. There's a Pritt stick, not hot glue. Number 3 is I would definitely recommend storing your tack like indoors or like on a barn. So you can store tack in your tack room, closed space like your house, something, so that it doesn't. Would you actually leave your tack outside because it might get covered in the rain and then ruin? So yeah. Sorry, just got the hiccups now. So that's what I would do. That's how fun tips and tricks. Tip 3, I would definitely recommend having like astroturf in this turf. It looks like grass. I have this one at the farmers market. I was fortunate because the last owners of my house left it to us, but I used to use this one, and it wasn't that realistic, but at least at least have one family. That's something just I like to do, maybe you don't, but I actually have this system. It requires quite a lot of fencing, but I have a stallion, a mare and a foal, all of the same breed, and I have a stall for them. So I use my big barn, and it's called a breeding barn now instead of a show barn. You put old paddocks out, maybe I'll explain those later, and I'm lucky enough to have 4 instructors, so they each own one of the breeding horses and one of the 4 really advanced riders ride them in turn. So yeah, I've got my trackness in this paddock, so Gold Rush and Lily and their mum right there out at the trail ride. So yeah, so I like to have families because it just makes it look great. Also recommend to, if you have stallions, to have a different stallions and mares pasture. I just feel like it's more realistic because but if you've got geldings, they can go in the same paddock as mares. I think it's right. Now this is tip number 6 or 7. 6 or 7. I'm not really counting anymore. I would recommend every stall that's like one of these Schliech stalls has, or stables, has a paddock coming out of it. I just feel like it makes it more realistic because I don't think you have a door to a paddock that's always shut. The other horses live out the back. but I think it's fine if you connect paddocks to the other side of it. That I really like. My next tip and tricks is to have blankets on your horse, even if it's like summer, because like your horse is going to show, you might want it. I have to make a lot of my own blankets because I don't have that many Schliech blankets. I only have 3. So, and I have 26 at my barn here, and that's not even all of them. I can't fit all my horses here. So yeah, like I'm not going anymore. But yeah, I'll show you in a different video. But I like attaching them or like making them. If they're fancy, then you don't actually have to attach them. This one I used adhesive ribbon to pipe it, which I quite liked, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. Okay. Oh no, every horse is falling over. The next tip and trick is tips and tricks at your Schliech barn is to not just have horses and horses and people, because that just, I have a few different types of animals. I have cat here, Oreo, and I have a little bunny here called Flopsy or Snowy. I always keep going between those names. And I also have here, come around the back of my house, right here we have our farm dog Ruby. I think it's quite good to have a dog at your barn because it's kind of like a guard. So yeah, my next trick is to have more than one instructor and not have a rider to own the barn. I just feel like that's not really realistic. If you have, my next tip and trick is if you have space to have, and if you have it, your Schliech house at your stables. So it also links to my next tip and trick is if you have a sign for your house. So this is Cherry Blossom Stables. This is Cherry Blossom House, and the people who own it live here. Also 2 riders, so they're sisters, Lizzie and Chloe. And I made a little sign, attached it to my balcony. If you have any house that you use for your Schliech, I would also recommend it to that. Cherry Blossom House, home for the Brickman since 2011. So 2011 was as I was born, so I just thought of it because of the date. And so yeah. So it's got a little sign I attached to the balcony with string and tape, and so yeah, I think it looks really realistic. Although I keep saying so, yeah. I would also recommend to have not just one discipline of riders. It was a bit weird when I only had one Western girl. I think it's quite good to have arenas as well, and like one for the Westerns because they need to be a bit bigger and hold barrels and stuff. Like this is tiny. This links onto my next tip and trick is to make little stuff instead of buying lots of Schliech stuff to make some stuff. I'm not suggesting you make humans or horses. But I made this arena out of a Cheerio box. You can paint it, do whatever you like. I just got a bit lazy that day. I also have never bought the Schliech trailer because it's a bit pricey. Also, because the opportunity never came around. But I made my own. I have fun with it. Make up your own little brand name. Mine's a Kimsha. Shaders for the occasion. Do a little catchphrase like that maybe. And I had this wooden tractor just lying around. Perfect side for my horses, and you just attach it on because I used highlighters on the bottom of mine because yeah, I didn't really think that there was anything else I could use, so I just attached it to one of the highlighters. The number we're on is quite an important one, is to be like a bit messy, like find a mess around your stables. So nothing's going to be perfect, so they've got lead rope on the floor there, and you've got little piles of hay where horses are falling over. Also, what I was saying about having different farm animals, I also have a little nice rat here called Nibbles. Quite cute. And also, this is one that not many people do, but I would definitely recommend it. To have a little muck pot. This is actually my fanciest pot at the stables. It's a muck pot, and you put your muck in it. So you empty out your wheelbarrow, and then monthly tractors come, they take it out, because of course if you own a horse you would know you need a muck heap. This is just a muck pot. And if you're wondering what to use for muck, I actually use dog food. My cats and dogs use Science Plan, so I just took a bit one day and use it as food. Also put a bit of straw in your muck because it looks even more realistic. The mine looks a bit like spaghetti. Sorry if I accidentally put off there. This one's a bit. This is sort of getting more to your house, but I would definitely recommend having like different objects. So I've got an ironing board here I made. I've got a washing machine with washing stuff in it. A little hanger. I've got up here kitchen roll. I'll show you how to make these all in a tutorial video. Just I'm a bit busy right now. I would definitely recommend like kind of spicing up if you want to. So I've got my balcony thing up here. I made that book actually. Oh, there's so much stuff I need to like tutorial, and I've got a little laptop back there, which I think is quite realistic. I've actually got two TVs because I put my parents' bedroom down there, and I've got a TV there, so I put a different TV up there in the living room. Oh, and loo roll. Loo roll, that's a bit important. Can you go to loo without loo roll? Unless you have a bidet, but there's no bidet in there. Unless you want to have a shower after every time you can go to the loo. A bit gross. I would also recommend having like cat food. So this one is little dog bone. This is actually Lego, to be honest. And I've taped it on to a little hot glue plate I made. I'll show you how to do that. The tutorial, there's so much stuff I need to do on a tutorial. I was actually planning on doing one of those tutorials this weekend. Get to that. I also recommend in your tack room to have like little murals and pictures and stuff. So I've got, of course, one of Cherry Blossoms because it's Cherry Blossom Stables. Got a little billboard, notice board, diagrams of the horse. I've got a little meme there. Someday I'll be a unicorn horse with an instructing hat on there. I made this cute little clock, and it was in the shape of a horseshoe. We've got that poster. I don't know, I think this is on Instagram, but I found it on Safari. Can I get my camera to focus? Yep, I found that picture there. So whoever had that picture, it's a really good picture. It's of dressage, Frisian in an arena outside. Really realistic. Had to use it. So I printed it off. I made a window there. I need to take one feed chart. That's really important. And I've just got little stuff. And I recommend having little signs in your stable. So I've got Cherry Blossom Stable there. I've got Cherry Blossom House in my house. And I've got Cherry Blossom Stables little thing in my tack room. So I think you can tell. I would also recommend in your tack room to have like little sofas. I had this from a previous dollhouse. But I like it because then the riders can chill in there and it makes it just a bit more realistic. And when you make your tack room, I printed off little stone walls so it looks like stone inside, and I had a bit left, so I did that for there. And put carpet in. Take pictures of carpets. Actually, I just found it on Safari, but oh well. It defaulted to carpet right first. So yeah, I think that's all. Oh yes, I would also recommend having friends at stables. So the Western Girls friends. So that's back there. There's Morgan, the pink one, and there's Hannah, but I'm gonna rename her, who's just turned down in Chester. I'd also recommend having lesson riders. So not every rider has a horse. I think that's it. Okay. Also, don't make too much of your stables family, because then it seems like the stables don't have much customers.